Good morning, Heathlands, and welcome to week 59 of Heathlands at Home Extended Broadcast. So far this week
We've had Nick's exercise session on Monday at 11:15.
Our Live with Helen Tuck was on Monday at 1 p.m. This week making beaded bag charms. Nice.
Charming.
Oh, okay. Okay. I see what you did there.
On Tuesday we had
Sports Fanatics at 1:30 with Jackie, Eva and Mark scored the most on this week's quiz, with Connor coming in a close second.
So well done to you guys, and Eva and Mark, if you're watching this, we hope you're doing okay.
Oh yeah, we hope you get well soon, and hope to see you again next week.
So coming up next today from Heathlands at Home,
live lunch from 12 p.m. to 12:45 p.m.
Then the class cooking social is live today at 1. Do you know what they're making, Sarah?
Well, today they are making turkey mince pasta bake, and you never know, they might have a surprise pudding.
Ooh.
You never know. But pudding or not, we appreciate the class cooking socials.
Can I have one?
I think we might have a little taste.
So join Jackie and everyone else on the class cooking course today at 1.
Coming up right now, we have...
What does it? I've lost myself. A guest presenter with a craft to share with you guys.
So far we've had videos from myself, Mark, Helen Tuck, Helen Walsh and Susan.
Today we have a video from one of these people, but who could it be this time?
Hello, Heathlands at home, and we hope you've had a very Merry Christmas and looking forward to a Happy New Year. So today I'm recording a video for you for a lovely simple biscuit recipe, and they're spiced winter biscuits. Now these biscuits are really cool because they're not like ginger nuts or something like that, or a cookie where the dough flows out. So what you can do is you can use a rolling pin that's got patterns on it to emboss your biscuits, or you can use some fancy cookie cutters. I've got a reindeer here. I've also got a snowflake, it's a bit difficult to see, and a little Christmas tree as well. So our ingredients are butter, plain flour, caster sugar, some cinnamon and ginger, a little bit of vanilla and an egg. To make this recipe, you're going to need a hand whisk or a mixer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean down and then we'll make a start. So I've just moved over to another portion of our workbenches because I need to be near a plug socket. So as you can see, I've got my electric hand whisk out. So into our bowl, we're going to put all of our sugar, 200 grams. And I'm going to put all of our butter. Now I've had this out the fridge for a little while, so it's softened. So this should whisk up really easily. And all we're going to do is we're going to cream this together, and I'll make a start and show you what we're doing, and then I'll come back at the next step. So hopefully you can see that my butter and sugar has started to cream together, but it's still quite yellow. And what we want to do is we want to continue to whisk our butter and sugar until it pales down and it goes really kind of light and fluffy. So this needs a bit more work, so I'm going to carry on. Okay, so we're back, and hopefully you can see that this is now lovely and smooth and light and fluffy, and that caster sugar is really well combined. into our butter. So what we're going to do now is put a medium egg in and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. So the whole egg goes in. And a teaspoon of vanilla. Now I'm going to use the half teaspoon because I want to use the teaspoon measurer for the spices we're going to put in as well. So 1, 2. I'm just going to start mixing that by hand. Hopefully you can see that because I don't want it to fly everywhere when I use the whisk. So scrape this off on the side and then we'll get the whisk in to do the rest of the work. If you need to use your fingers, do try to remember not to lick them. There is raw egg here, even though it seemed very tempting. Okay, we're just going to finish combining this and then we're going to put our flour in. Okay, so into our mixture, we're going to put 200 grams of flour, so that's the same flour to butter and sugar, 200 grams. And we're also going to put a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a teaspoon of ginger. I'll just hold that up for you to see. Hopefully the light's a bit bright. There we go. So that's all going to get sifted in. There we go. And then this gets all folded together. Now, the recipe says that if your biscuit mix is a bit dry, what you can do to bring it together is to add a few drops of water at a time. So we want to make a nice smooth dough. So I'll get on mixing this and I'll come back when it's all put together. Hey guys, so this is our finished dough. This was so soft when I mixed it up that I actually turned it out onto a bench with loads of flour to kind of bring it into a ball of dough. Now, I hope you can see how soft this is. What we're going to do is we're going to rest this in a fridge for about half an hour and then it will be ready to roll out. Hi Heathlands at home, so I'm back and our lovely biscuit dough has been in the fridge for about half an hour and we are ready to roll this out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my palette knife and I'm going to split this up so we're not rolling it all out at once. This just makes it a little bit more manageable for us to work with. So we want to make sure that we've got a nice dusting of flour on our dough and our surface and importantly our rolling pin. And we're going to roll this out to about 1 centimetre in thickness. So I'm going to keep turning, and this is a soft dough, remember, so you don't want to press down too hard. So hope you just saw that there. My rolling pin stuck a tiny bit. So going to make sure that I can lift this easily, because what we don't want is for our biscuits to stick on the surface. So that's our dough rolled out. Now, as I say, I want to try and use this lovely snowflake rolling pin. So I'm just going to very gently, after I've dusted it, roll this over and hopefully we'll get some beautiful snowflakes. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but I have got some lovely snowflakes embossed on my biscuits. So if I cut one out, hopefully I can show you what they look like. Just going to take a palette knife and try and lift this up for you. Oh, can we get this to focus? There we go. So that is our lovely winter spiced biscuits with an embossed snowflake on. So I'm going to continue cutting these out, and I'll do a few of the shapes as well. And once they're all done, what we need to do is put them back in the fridge to chill again for 30 minutes. See you soon. So we're back, guys, and I've checked on the biscuits, and unfortunately we're going to have to chuck this up to lesson because the biscuits have flowed slightly, which I didn't want them to do. If I get these out and have a feel, yeah. So these are supposed to stay nice and in shape of the cookie cutters. They are still slightly soft, but they're supposed to harden up as they cool off. This should still taste fantastic, but I'm going to try and find another recipe for later in the year for us to try again. I hope you enjoyed tasting the biscuits, even if they have flowed slightly, and we will see you again in the new year. Bye guys, Merry Christmas.
As you've seen this week, we had Helen Tuck showing you how to make winter spiced biscuits.
Ooh.
Look lovely, didn't they?
Yeah, they looked really lovely. I've still got some of the biscuits left from Christmas.
Oh my gosh.
Foxes.
Oh, Fox's biscuits.
Foxes biscuits.
They're really nice.
Anyway, getting off the subject of Christmas food and that. Sorry, Elizabeth. What and who we have next week? I wonder.
And still to come this week we have...
Sorry. Quiz of the week results on Thursday with Helen at 1, maybe? Maybe not. Maybe?
I think so, maybe from home.
Okay then.
Maybe from home. Because help I say, isn't she? Remember the quiz sheets are emailed out on Thursday morning with the Heathlands at Home daily email, or you can pick one up at the Heathlands.
So you have all morning to fill in the answers, then join Helen at 1 to get the answers, but before I can go any further, I need to go over the rules again.
Oh gosh, this again.
And I've added a couple of new ones in my spare time.
Tell me about them.
No Googling, no cheating, be honest with your answers. Once you put an answer down, you can't change it.
Oh!
And you can't put down more than one answer. You can only put down one.
That's actually a good point.
Otherwise, the following punishments will be taken out to the back and shot, tumbleweeded, whipped, put in the cupboard, chucked in the duck pond, poked with a stick, sniped, tickled to death, or just tickled, a bit extreme, or
Made to dance the Lima dance, or to be dumped in the sea.
dumped in the sea, or one that I've come up with just now, made to do the cinnamon challenge.
Oh! We were just talking about that behind the scenes. Where was I?
You just there.
Oh, also Thursday we had. Oh, completely off track here.
Signing with Paula at 1.
Heathlands Book Club with Jeanette and Susan is also on Thursday.
On Friday, to start the day, we have Marie's workout at 10:30.
Oh.
Sorry, Susie.
Was it, what were we on? Heathlands Live with this week is with Biff and Mike at 1:30.
The OG Dream Team are back together.
OG team? What's that?
Original?
Original.
Oh, original team.
The original Gangstars.
That's right.
Hey.
Yeah, or alternatively, the old guys.
the Goldie Oldies.
Oh!
Never mind, I'm going, but not going.
Get back on that script.
Anyway, getting back on track. This week featuring the ever popular art showcase Extreme to the max, featuring all the weekly artwork and gift card for the week from Heathlands, even Habitat, and let's not forget the Great British Runoff. Anyway.
Yeah. So which now brings us to, oh gosh, the isolation period really has brought the worst in us. Which brings us to the main event of our Heathlands at Home broadcast.
The most popular part of the Heathlands at Home broadcast.
I have another brilliant new book to read to you, and I think the world needs this.
Now, seeing as how we weren't in last week,
You're reading it.
you're reading it.
You're reading it. Go on, no.
Why not?
I've been nice to this for so long.
I'll read it on one condition. Can you give us your impersonation of...
Oh no! Oh no!
of what we're reading?
If you demand it, do it. Is that what you wanted?
Yeah, that's perfect. You didn't have to do it, but then...
Well, you did go on about it on your birthday, so...
Anyway.
Yeah, anyways.
Aside
Right to it.
Yeah. Today's book is... The Hugosaurus. Rare. Oh. To every dinosaur, whether big or small, this story is all about the feelings in us all. And whatever you are feeling, it really is okay. Worried, angry, shy or sad. Don't tuck those things away. Share them with another who might have felt them too. Perhaps you'll know a lovely way to guide you gently through. A little Hugosaurus who was feeling very happy skipped off through the ferns and blew a kiss to her pappy. But today it was a special day, a day to make some friends, a chance to run and hide and seek for playing Let's Pretend. This Hugosaur and Pappysaur had never been apart, but out into the world she went with wonder in her heart. And in the dampened sunlight, she broke into a run. It wasn't long before she saw some others having fun. "Hello," she called, and gave a wave, exploding in a grin. And all the little dinosaurs said, "Hi, come here, join in." She greeted every one of them and told them all her name. They played and laughed so perfectly at many kinds of games. And to start with, it was wonderful. They all slid down the slide, but then they started wondering whose turn it was to hide. A squabbling was bubbling and growing up and out. Those little dinosaurs began to roar and shout. "I'll go first," said one of them. "No, me," replied another. Then he stomped an angry foot, which scared his little brother. "I don't want to play with you," a grumpy saurus cried. "You're always spoiling everything," another one replied. Hugosaurus felt quite lost. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. How could she bring the sunshine back and chase away the tears? Hug. So that was what she tried that day. She hugged them one by one by one. And slowly they stopped fighting and remembered to have fun. Not only that, but magic spread amongst those twitching ferns. The little friends they hide and seeked and beautifully took turns. And if a quabble simmered, they all promised to be gentle, to be a lot more mindful and a lot less accidental. Our little Hugosaurus, she had started off some ripples, and soon those little huggles then soon became some double triples. Oh. Since when you choose to shrug it off, or maybe hug it out, there's no need for all that stomping. You won't want to pout or shout. And in choosing a nice doing, you might just change one mind. And that in turn might shape a world where everyone is kind.
I think that's really nice. The world needs that.
Yeah, we can all do with a bit of happiness in
And
our lives.
And to always be kind.
Always be kind.
As one of my favourite comedy sitcoms go, kindness is magic. It is.
So anyway, we are back again the same time next week with another awesome book to read to you.
So have a great rest of your week. Stay safe, stay happy, stay positive, and have a great 2022, everyone. And it's going to be an exciting new year for you all. And we'll see you again soon next week. Bye.
Bye.